Those classic European performances, you'll never tire of that, will you? Listening to that crowd being the way they were tonight.
No, they made an outstanding noise, and I think just after we scored, I think Florian was maybe down on the ground, and the noise they made, I think the lads were just kind of looking back and looking around and thought, yeah, this is where you want to play, and this is the games you want to be a part of, and that's what these fans can do, and that's what this club can do. Atmosphere tonight, and we're going to need that all throughout the season, but we know on European nights it doesn't take them much to get going, and thankfully we gave them what they wanted at the start, high press, winning tackles and things like that, and we know this crowd always react off the back of that, and I thought they really helped us over the line at the end as well, so credit goes to them, and all round it was a really pleasing night inside Anfield.
Brilliant, well done, mate.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
We spoke about it a little bit pre-match that Arne Slot maybe in the Villa game with his team selection is going back to what he knows, and Andy Robertson is a prime example of that, who's been through the good and the bad at this club and has been pretty reliable in the last two games.
Yeah, I get it with the manager. You bring in your players, and you want to bed them in the team, and you want to find a bit of consistency, and you want to forge relationships and all that, and the only way you can do that, because like we say, there's no reserves, you've got to do it, unfortunately, out there, where it matters, and it just hasn't worked for him. What he's been lucky with, because Andy Robertson could quite easily have turned around at the beginning of the season and said, right, I'm going, I'm going to go and play somewhere else week in, week out. I'm sure he had plenty of offers, but he's turned around and he's gone, well, I've got one of me tried and trusted still here. And it's not stubbornness. I think he's just tried to make it work with Kerkez, and for some reason it just hasn't clicked yet. So he's turned around, he's gone to Robbo back in the team, and I do think he's had a calming influence. I think he defends first before he goes forward. I think his positional play is really good. He's got a great relationship with Virgil van Dijk, and he's a leader. And sometimes you need that in the team just at this moment in time. It's been the right choice.
Has helped him, because he's not as young as he was, and that marauding went him on one, he was like a left winger, Trent on the other, getting to those edge of the box, getting to the bylines 4, 5, 6 times a game. It's not there now, so he's using this, and he understands his body better, and you can see him today. He managed himself absolutely perfectly, and it was brilliant. Coming back to Conor, oh my God, I said to you, it's like Cafu. He was just absolutely sensational at everything he'd done. We're talking about getting up to speed. It took Conor a little bit. And the last 2 games for him just looked, but today it was just everything. His choice of passing, his tackling, everything about it was his positional play was just terrific. Absolutely terrific.
Yeah, he's an athlete.
Is there also that point about replicating it against Bournemouth away or whoever it might be? I want to come back to. We can have a look at Conor Bradley's heat map as well. Just the one thing you would say about Bradley is that a few recent years against Real Madrid, it's felt that a lot of the threat has come from Vinicius Junior down that left-hand side. Now, it's an age-old conversation which was often over-inflated, I think, about Trent's abilities as a defender. But one of the things you would say is that he is naturally a better defender, Bradley, wouldn't you?
He thinks, he thinks defensively before he goes forward. Trent is the other way. Trent wants to get on the ball, he wants to impress, he's got a bit of Hollywood about him, that's where he does his work. But Conor, I thought it was do you know what he is? He's really disciplined as well. There's a couple of times he could have gone on the overlap, but he picks and chooses when he does it. He'll give it to Mo one-on-one. He made a couple of runs which could have been better, where he's kind of laid it and gone, when you're like, Conor, just stay. He's gone past Salah's, lost the ball, and then they've attacked down the wing. But that'll come. That's just experience. But he is defensive minded, and that's what we need right now.
He does have a good final ball. He had one great chance. He got in the box inside right position, and he tried to not pass the buck, but tried to find somebody who could have just shot, because it was there. He had a most wonderful opportunity. But he's another one who's gaining experience and managing his body in games.
The other thing as well is, like, when you get into the team, you kind of got to find your way. Like when I joined Liverpool, it's kind of like you go in there, and it's like you've got John Barnes in the team, Mac has been there, Robbie's been there, like you've got Mark Wright's behind you. You kind of feel, not like a second class system, but you kind of feel like you want the acceptance where you're actually a part of that team, and you know you are in that team because you are a good player, and you know if you want to, like Tomo just said there, if you want to take that shot on, I'll take that shot on because I think that's the right choice. Where right now I think there's a bit of Conor where you know his decision making is, oh, I've got to pass it because I'm not quite at that level yet. But that, you know, once he realises he's going to be number one and he establishes himself in the team and he becomes one of the players in that team, that'll come.
When you were talking about the discipline there of when the fullbacks make their move, do you think that is more difficult when particularly he plays Wirtz as a 10, because then you haven't got the running power of Szoboszlai in the press, and also we must accept that Mo Salah is getting slightly older and that getting back is a little bit more difficult. So if you've got Wirtz there, you've got less of an engine in the centre of midfield, because the famous days where Trent and Robbo went like that, it's because they had the Jordan Hendersons and the Fabinhos to cover them. So they have to be really careful, whoever it is, and maybe that's why Robertson is better fit at the moment, because he's older and more experienced and does know when to go and when not to go.
Well, it's one of the reasons why I think we've conceded quite a few goals, because you know you are really vulnerable when you've got the ball and you've got to pick and choose your runs, and your game management dictates that. Like you can't keep, like I wanted to go all the time. Just want to go. And Ronnie Moran used to say to me, the whistle, you'd do the whistle and you'd look and he'd go, stop. Or he'd go to you, I don't want you going across that halfway line. And he's just managing me in the game, because maybe we've just been under a bit of pressure. I don't need to go. I'm going to leave someone vulnerable. I'm going to leave a big space so they can exploit it. You know, you've just got to, that comes with experience, picking and choosing your runs.
And Robbo's at the moment. And Conor he's learning that quickly. And he's getting better with it. I thought it was everything about not energy-wise, using the ball or whatever, but it's positional. Because Conor, when he first came in, he was boom, 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 and you got to 60 minutes and he went, and you can't do that all the time, as Jason's just alluding to. That's what you want to do when you're young, when you're fit, when you're healthy. But to play with the team, and that's why you're quite right. In transitions today, we had people in positions. You looked when they were trying to pass to their wide players, we were already on the way. We were engaging just at the right time. That's not happened all the season. It's like we've been 10 yards off and then we go, oh, I'll go. By the time you get in there, they've got the ball and they're passing it the next one, and you're going, you're looking, and it's all of a sudden it was coming together tonight.
As for Kirkesh and how they bring him into the team, did you find when you came from Bolton that, for example, Kirkesh last season, now I don't think any of us in this room or anyone watching at home would have watched every Bournemouth game last season, but there's possibly a time where Kirkesh did have 3 not so good games, but anyone outside of Dorset probably didn't notice it, whereas Kirkesh has about 45 minutes and everyone wants to talk about it, and that must be difficult as well, to transition from, oh, Jason McAteer's good, the once in 8 weeks that I watch Bolton or whatever.
Yeah,
whereas
the due diligence and the data and all that.
I'm talking about the outside world, not necessarily the coaches or people that matter, but it's also, I guess, easier to hear the noise these days because of things like social media.
And he's come into the team, he wants to impress, he's gone straight into the team. Like I said, he wants to impress, doesn't he? And he wants to do everything right, but it's just unfortunate. It's just his positional play is just been caught out, and Liverpool have been in a bad spell. A lot of the times it's been going down his side. He's not forged, I think, a great relationship with Virgil van Dijk, but that'll come. Listen, Robbo's not going to go forever, and Kirkes will be, put back into the team at some point. But I think you remember Andy Robertson was taken out the team when Jurgen Klopp brought him.
It took a lot of months to even get into the team.
But it's like one of them. Like if Arne Slot is there, he's going, right, Milos, just take time out. Watch what we're talking about, and what Andy's doing and where he's going, because he's far more experienced. I know what you're saying about, you didn't watch every Bournemouth game. He was one of the best left backs in the Premier League, and it was justified. It's been good.
Just a final point on what you were saying about Conor Bradley sort of doing it against Bournemouth as he would against Real Madrid. Is there a danger when you've won the league for the first time that subconsciously somewhere in your mind you then think, well, I could probably just cruise through Brentford away in third gear or so, but whereas this week you think, well, Villa, they were in the Champions League this year, better be on it. Real Madrid, got to be on it. Manchester City, got to be on it. And actually, to win the league, you have to be on it most of the time.
I felt that with a lot of our early games, we were like that. It's we're champions. And it's, you know, we've not really hit the ground running. We got away with it, scored in the league. Oh, that's what champions do, score late on. No, there was things in those early games which weren't quite working out. We got away with it, and maybe we got our backside smacked when it started going wrong. We lost goals in the last minute to say you're not, and we weren't at it. And that is what we're saying, is that you have to do it all the time. There's no sort of having a few days off, and I felt that's what the boys were like. And I thought, we are champions. We can just play at our level and everything. You can't. You've got to go again and again and again. And I think we needed these 3 games, and I think we will be up for it again on Sunday.
The other thing as well is when you're Premier League champions, you've got the biggest target on your back because you're the benchmark, aren't you?
And then you spent 450.
Yeah, and everyone goes, whoa, this team, this organ, like this is unbelievable. So you've got the biggest, target on your back. Everyone wants to come to Anfield. Everyone wants to beat you because you are the benchmark. And if you beat Liverpool,
they want to beat you anyway. But now you're league champions and spent all the money.
So you have to be at it. You've got to be at it every game. Tomo's right, because everybody ups the game, don't they? Everybody comes to Anfield. It's like a cup final for them. It's like what a place to play. But if we beat Liverpool, what a result that is. Managers, they big plaudits when they beat Liverpool, and everyone's like, oh, how did you do it? And they're like, they love it. So you've got to be on it all the time. That's what being elite is, isn't it? Like, that's being at the top.
And why it's such a carrot for some of those lower teams like Brentford and Palace and Manchester United to beat Liverpool. Let's talk about...
Oh, you said Man United.
I didn't miss it.
Let's talk about the midfield as well, and particularly in big games. And it's great when you talk about something pre-match that you then see during the course of the game. That 10 position for Dominik Szoboszlai is perfect. If you want the intensity that we've spoken about and the pressing, he is the man for that.
Listen, he is incredible.
He's been the best player this season, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. It's been right back on midfield. This fella's energy levels is just astonishing. He's going past Hugo to close the goalkeeper down, and he's honestly, Duracell bunny. He just goes, and he is massive in that position. And Alexis knows what he's going to do. Ryan knows what he's going to do at any given point, and they back him up when he starts to go. So we have that organisation. We have the trust in each other. When you have got the trust, he was absolutely terrific. I thought Ryan did really well, but we didn't see those runs, what he does, because these are a better team. But Dominik Szoboszlai, he sets patterns time and time again in games.
So I love him. He'll have it in a phone box. You can give him it anywhere, can't you? He's always on, and he'll have it, and he'll turn away. And I love the way he dictates the pace of the game as well. When it needs speeding up, he'll get it turned, poof, plays the ball in. His passing's fantastic. He's got full range of passing. He's a big asset for Liverpool. But for me, he does so much in that 10 area that you can't take him out. You just can't.
Oh. And is there anybody we haven't talked about?
Well, we're going to talk. I want to talk a bit more about Wirtz, and therefore, because of the importance of Szoboszlai in that 10 position, is Wirtz going to have to play on one of those 2 wide positions at the moment to get in the team?
Possibly, and I think with Wirtz, I look at his levels of fitness. It's getting better, because you were getting to 60 minutes. I was watching him in the early games, and he was done. So his levels are coming up. I thought he was fantastic tonight, better than what I thought he was going to be. His skill set is just incredible. He gets it, he keeps it, he looks for those balls when it's in that final third, because you can take risks then, and if you lose the ball, they're not going to score from there. But I thought his play was brilliant. His positional play, you see there, it's not just hugging that touchline all the time, and that was his best game. I mean, overall, for every minute that he was on the pitch, I thought he was fantastic.
He'll get opportunities, because Szoboszlai won't play in that position every single time, because he'd be rested. So he'll get opportunities to play in that 10. But you're taking too much out the team when you move Szoboszlai, so he's not going to get in there. He's not going to play as a false 9, because we've just bought 2 9s, so one of them's going to play. So he's not going to really remove Mo Salah, because he's still Mo Salah at the minute. So the only side he's going to get on at the minute is that left hand side.
And Cody's unlucky to lose his spot.
Yeah, he was.
But